Hello everyone, welcome to our channel Learn with Sandhya. Today we will be discussing figure of speech. Figure of speech. So what is figure of speech? Figure of speech, a word or expression used not with its original meaning but in an imaginative way to make a special effect. To make a special effect. So, what is figure of speech? Figure of speech is a word or expression used not with its original meaning but in an imaginative way to make a special effect. Okay, now we'll see the types of figure of speech. Types of figure of speech. So we can see here simile. Simile. It is a direct comparison between two different objects, things, etc. using as or like. He is brave as a lion. This room is as hot as furnace. So it is a simile. Next is metaphor. You know very well, since class 6th, 5th, you are learning simile and metaphor figure of speech. It is an indirect comparison between two different objects, things. It is an implied simile. It is an implied simile. He is a lion. This room is a furnace. So we can say in very simple words that metaphor is using without word, simile or like, and simile using word for comparison as or like, and metaphor without using a word as or like for comparison of any of two different objects or things. Next figure of speech. Alliteration. Next type of figure of speech is alliteration. Alliteration. In this figure of speech, a letter sound is repeated. The first letter of a word is repeated. The first letter of the word is repeated. So that is alliteration. Example, for example, 4 fools fell in a fountain. F sound, the bright bird flew. Which sound coming, repeating here? BB. Third example, with a simple sign of sound, something is mysterious. S sound is repeating. So it is alliteration. Now repetition. Next is repetition. In this figure of speech, a word, a phrase, etc. is repeated. A word, a phrase is repeated. See the difference between alliteration and repetition. In repetition, word or a phrase is repeated. 2 and 2 make 4. 2 word is repeating. No steer in the air, no steer in the sea. So no steer in this phrase is repeating. Water, water everywhere. Water word is repeating. Sorry. So this is the comparatively figure of speech with alliteration and repetition. Next is personification. It is also very common. We all know it about. When any non-living or inanimate object gets human action or verb. Human action means verb. Human action or verb, it is personification. Human action is given to non-human or non-living things. For example, the roses were smiling and the wind was telling a fairy tale. Second example, the stars began to peep. The stars began to peep. It can't, but like human being activity is shown that peeping, stars are peeping. So stars begin to peep. Next is transferred epithet. Transferred epithet. When human feeling means adjective, is transferred to non-living thing or inanimate object, it is transferred epithet. Adjective is transferred to non-living thing or inanimate object. Devdatta, for example, Devdatta shot the cruel arrow. Devdatta shot the cruel arrow. Second example, he used his criminal guns for this crime. Criminal guns for this crime. So these are the two examples of transferred epithet. Next is pun. In this figure of speech, one word has two different meanings. One word has two different meanings. The happiness of life depends on liver. Liver, first meaning is part of stomach. Second meaning is one who lives. So here two meanings. So it is the pun. Second example, you can see the terrorist lies in the jail. Lies meaning stays, and lie, he is telling lies. So here two different meaning. The terrorist lies in the jail. So it is pun. Next is tautology. Tautology. In this figure of speech, two words have one same meaning. One same meaning. The fairy went remote and far away. Second, with the seers and prophets, they followed him. Third, sign of filth and the dirt. So same meaning, two words, same meaning. It is tautology. Next is antithesis. Antithesis. When two words with opposite ideas are joined by a conjunction, it will always be antithesis. United we stand, divided we fall. Other example, man purposes, God disposes. Next example, many are called but few are chosen. So it is antithesis examples. Oxymoron. Next figure of speech is oxymoron. When two opposite words are found together in a sentence, it will be oxymoron. For example, my life is an open secret. Another example, she is the wisest fool. Next example, life is full of aching joy. Next figure of speech is hyperbole. Hyperbole is an overstatement or exaggeration. Overstatement or exaggeration. So what is mean by hyper? Hyper means exaggerate, bole means say or statement. So hyperbole is an overstatement or exaggeration. The tea is icy cold. She has wept an ocean of tears. Next is Phases. When a sentence expresses an unpleasant event, idea, etc. in less unpleasant manner, it is pessimism. He has passed away. Unpleasant. I had heard his last grim call. So these are the examples of euphemism, figure of speech. Next part we'll see in another video. Thank you. And this figure of speech for 9 to 12 classes. For 9 to 12 classes. Thank you. Have a nice day.